Kim Townsel here. This may ruin the reputation of Technical Response's team room, but in the spirit of transparency and honesty, I'm compelled to share what happened to me there. In May of 2016, I was encouraged to take fighting pistol, and I've been watching Yeager's videos on YouTube, and I learned a lot, but I just didn't think I was a candidate for the class, but I didn't think I was ready. I was very comfortable carrying my pistol, and I was a fair shot at shooting targets and bottles and zombie target and other things in my backyard that didn't move or shoot back. But I didn't know anything about tactical drills. I purchased myself a SIG P290 as a reward for finishing my doctoral studies. Along the way, I had rewarded myself with pistols when I made a major accomplishment in my doctoral studies. And I didn't really know how to use this gun, and I wasn't part of my everyday carry, but I knew I wanted to learn how to use it. But take it to fighting pistol? But I looked at my calendar, and the time slot was available for the time that fighting pistol was going to be taught. So I took a deep breath and made the decision. I had just about a week to prepare, so I ordered the items that we were told that we needed, gathered up my food, made arrangements to be out of town to Camden, and took a deep breath and just did it. I emailed Marilyn about a spot in the team room because that's what the person who was advising me to do this told me to do, and she told me the team room was full. I didn't even know what the team room was. Was it like some kind of fraternity house? Was it some kind of barrack with, I don't know, bunk beds? Was it military? I didn't know what it was, but I was told that yes, just show up, you can save money, you don't need a room. But Marilyn said it was full, and I was afraid of Marilyn, so I rented a room at, I think, the Country Hearth and Inn or something like that. But the person who was advising me told me just to show up at the team room and everything would be okay. I had already jumped off the ledge, registering for this class, so I thought, well, I might as well just do this. I didn't even know where the team room was. I had plugged in an address for tactical response on my GPS, and I showed up there. There was no one there. I was frantically trying to find out what was going on. I ended up with an address for the team room, and was it like a house, a fraternity, a tent, bunk beds, underground cave? What is this place? I drive there, and it's the Yeager's house. I was told not to park in the driveway and not to park on the street. So there's a single lane driveway that goes around to the back of the house. And I pulled in there wondering how all of us were going to be parked in a single lane driveway with a tiny little parking lot in the back, but I'm just going with the flow here and hoping it all works out okay. I don't know what I've gotten myself into. The team room's in the basement of James and Rebecca Yeager's house, and class members enter the bottom through a door that has a code on it, has an alarm on it. When you go in, there's a huge mudroom. There's 2 rooms full of bunk beds. There's a very large living area, 1 half bath and 1 full bath. The team room was pretty full. There were 2 other women there. One was there with her husband, and one was there with her honey. And then there was me, all alone by myself, with just trying to fit in and see what was going on here. But I don't mind going on adventures where I'm a little bit out of pocket. It helps me to grow as a person. All in all, there were, I think, about 15 people, and I opted to sleep on the couch, which I love sleeping on the couch at home, and the couch down there is super comfortable. But if I'm ever there, you cannot sleep on the couch by the bathroom. That is my spot, so I'll fight you for it, and I will win. James Yeager was not there when I went in May because an alumnus and his family were the victims of a drive-by shooting in which the wife and mother was murdered. As soon as James heard about that, he was traveling to be with that family to see what kind of help he could be. So he's that kind of person. If you think you have an opinion of James Yeager because of what you've heard on the internet or what you've heard other people say, then you have a very limited little picture of who this man is. Rebecca Yeager was there. She is just stunningly beautiful. Honestly, I could just sit and look at her. She is beautiful. She is beautiful. She's just funny to listen to. She's just a delightful person. She actually let me sleep upstairs the second night because she didn't want me down there with being down there alone, which it didn't bother me. But I was not going to turn down any kind of hospitality from her. But she's a beautiful woman. Thank you so much, Rebecca. So what did happen to me in the team room? Well, I met some incredible people who've enriched my life since May. Matt Reynolds was there as he had just finished leading a Fighting Strong seminar. I overheard Matt talking about powerlifting, and I just beelined across the room because he was speaking to one of my passions. I'm a female powerlifter in the USPA Federation. I introduced myself, and Matt gave me some tips about upping my protein intake and adding creatine to my daily plan. Since May, Matt's given me tips on my powerlifting moves. He is an excellent source of online knowledge, and if you can afford him, because not everybody can, which is people that are the best in their field, should be expensive. If you can afford Matt for online coaching, then I highly encourage you to seek that. Also met a philosophy professor from Tulane. Hey, Chad. We talked about teaching on the university level. I think one night he and I were the only ones left in the living room. Everybody else had kind of crashed in the bunk beds, and we were talking about teaching and whatnot. Chad and I stay in touch. He actually contributed to a presentation I did for a conference that I gave in Tampa, Florida a few weeks ago, and we share workout tips and nutritional info almost weekly. I stayed in the team room in July for Advanced Fighting Pistol, but this time I was the only female in the whole place. Did anybody censor their language? I don't think so. Did anybody censor their stories? I don't think so. I hope I didn't make the guys feel uncomfortable, out of place. I don't think that I did. They certainly didn't cater to me. I don't want to be treated like a princess. I'm not one. And I opted to sleep on the couch for when I was there for Fighting Pistol, even though there were beds available. I'm just really more comfortable on the couch for a lot of reasons that really for safety reasons I'm not going to go into, because somebody might try to steal my spot on the couch. This time I did meet James Yeager, and he was just as nice as anyone could be. He walked around and took a personal interest in anyone. He came down and cut jokes. He was just super, super, super friendly. For the Yeagers to open their home like this is just amazing. And both times I was there, I felt that I was with my family. I felt extremely safe. I felt like I was at home with people who believed like I did. It was very nice to be in a situation where I didn't have to censor the things that I want to say and the things that I think about as far as self-protection, protecting of innocence, and tools of protection. I also met Billy Birdsell, who gave me a lot of advice on my shooting. He and James are just as funny in person as they are on their videos. They are hilarious and extremely, extremely helpful. If you ever have the chance to have a conversation with Billy Birdsell, I highly recommend it. He knows so much about everything about guns, and he just will help you like so fast you won't even be able to process it all. I also met two hilarious young men who run Excess Sights. I met this bear from Australia who I hope gets me under the SHOT Show as his American BS liaison. I met so many other people as well, and Marilyn is a sweetheart. She is a sweetheart. I know that people need to stay afraid of her, and don't park in her parking spot. Do not park in her parking spot. I didn't do it, but just don't do that. But she is a sweetheart, and she keeps everything going up there. She's fabulous. So what did happen to me when I stayed in the team room? Well, I'll tell you. There were two great things that happened to me when I stayed in the team room. One is just the feeling that I was with my people and I was incredibly, incredibly safe. Second, just being in that room and soaking up the knowledge and experiences of all these people, it just took me to another level. Just being able to go sit in the team room and listen to those conversations, we should pay for that, because that is like a whole workshop session in itself. There are very few people in my immediate circle from my home who have this type of information that share with me so intensely.
since I've gone for training, I've shared that on social media and shared it with my friends and family, things like that. And so some people have kind of opened up and started telling me like things that they know and saying, hey, you should come train here, or come up here, I've got this, and you can come up here and we'll, do all these kinds of things. So it's almost like, hey, you know what? I went to tactical response and I took a fighting pistol and here's a photo. I went to advanced fighting pistol and here's a photo. People are like, oh, well, okay, I didn't even know she was into all that kind of stuff. So it has opened up some avenues and things for me. But the knowledge that I gained in the team room was just astounding to me. I met more people that have a tactical mindset, which is great. I don't feel as alone and I don't feel weird. There's plenty of people out there that think the way we do. So it's really expanding my horizons in my real world, my tangible world, and my technological world. Get some tactical training. Staying in the team room is a very generous benefit from the Yeagers. I slept on the couch, which I prefer. I made lots of new friends. I was able to learn a lot about tactical issues, and I learned a lot about powerlifting. And those are my two things outside of my career that I really, really care a lot about. Please donate to the jar to help the Yeagers keep things purchased and keep things running down there, because we are using their electricity, we are using their supplies, and it does up their bills. And if you forget to donate to the jar like I did, then you can send them a check when you get home. But if you get to go, you can stay in the team room. I highly encourage staying in the team room, but just don't take my spot on the couch if I'm there. Bye.